Hi, James from Elite. Here we are, the guys have just finished off solar, battery and heat pump. 3 products all in one in this house in Malton, so very exciting. I'll be going up there, death defying, looking at the solar, checking a little bit to be fair, and then we'll be going through to our heat pump. Our ideal heat pump. Oh, Primary Pro, oh my God, that is amazing. And then finally, not last, our Tesla battery wall 3. So let's check out the heat install, check out the commission and the amazing work the installation team has done. Okay, so the guys have just finished the installation on this SOS heat pump, solar and battery, which is really exciting. We've got Tesla battery outside, ideal heat pump outside, and we'll explain the reasons why we've installed an ideal heat pump on this particular property. My job today is to commission the heat pump. So I will come after the installation team, they get it up and running, get the heating back up and running and the hot water. A few days later, I'll come down and commission the heat pump and take all the glory. Not really, they work hard. So we are going to flush the system. I've got the flush machine on now, if you can just see this, and that attaches to our filter, which is here. Product placement. And so we're taking that out, attach the thorough flush to the heating system. This thorough flush has been an absolute game changer, to be fair. It's so quick and easy to get rigged up. Not carting with a massive machine around all day. That's yeah, I love them days. So putting that on it, getting it set up in about 5 minutes was fantastic. We're currently doing the furthest radiator and working our way back, getting everything really flushed, and then we'll stick the VDI machine on. That'll demineralize the water and taking out the conductivity of the water, and making sure that dissimilar metals don't break down over time, and it's crystal clear water throughout the years. So what was really interesting is we did a project back up in Harrogate, and it was already under 200 parts microsiemens, the conductivity, and goes to show just water quality around the country. I'll take you downstairs and show you what we're dealing with at the moment coming out the main stop tap. So we'll take some testings there. But yeah, so once we've all flushed out, we'll demineralize the water. Whilst this is all up and running and getting going, I will register the heat pump, and we will go through the MCS paperwork as well, whilst on site, get all that handover done. And then finally, we'll go over the controls with the customer, making sure that they get the best out of the heat pump, and really confident with them controls going forward. Obviously, it's optimizing everything as much as possible in the background, so it's really simplistic for the customer. But yeah, absolutely chuffed to bits with this one from the installation guys. They've just done an amazing job. Looks really clean and tidy. Cylinder is in loft now. There was a system boiler in here, and we've changed the system boiler and the existing cylinder, which only had a metre square coil cylinder, for a heat pump cylinder. Cylinders going up here. It's going to a 50 litre volumizer over there, and then the Primary Pro pipework. Sound like I'm just doing every product placement here. Primary Pro pipework out the back to the heat pump outside. And as I say, we'll go and discuss why we chose the ideal heat pump outside. It was because of 1 metre boundary rules. So that was really interesting. So yeah, really chuffed here, and carry on commissioning. Okay. So, ideal heat pump, Ideal Logic Air, 8 kilowatt. Hello. Ideal Logic Air 8 kilowatt heat pump. This is my brother Ben, by the way. He's just setting up the Tesla battery. Very exciting stuff. So the reason why we chose this Ideal Logic Air is 8 kilowatt is because of the 1 metre boundary rule. Ideal stipulated kind of one of their USPs that you can sight this 200mm off the wall because of the R32 refrigerant. And with that, then we gain that 1 metre boundary, which is really, really good. That thing is being scrapped anyways. This has been quite a long project, so that thing's going to be scrapped anyways. So, but just to make sure that we are compliant, I'm definitely going to show you this primary route because it is an absolute work of art. We've sighted the heat pump in the chimney breast kind of thing, so it did get all the way back, and we did overcome that. And then it goes up. We are on the customer's property with the camera right now. Right up. Obviously, quite a bit of the time we trunk the primaries. I'll get all that. Like, we trunk the primaries, but because it was such in and out and 45s and stuff like that, we've gone for Primary Pro throughout. The lads have done an absolutely fantastic job there. Chuffed to bits. So yeah, I'm going to go inside and carry on flushing and demineralizing, and yeah, looks absolutely mint there. Ben's setting up the Tesla Powerwall 3, newest on the market. The rigs are still up. The guys completed the solar last week, and we can, geez, I'm checking. We can take a look at that as well. 3 points of content. Not great with heights. Everything for likes and views. Holy shit. This is what the transfer is going to be easy. Come on, James. Holy shit. Made it onto the roof. Woo! Anything for likes and subscribes. Okay, but I've made it. I'm here. I'm safe. And the guys have installed 10 panels on the south-facing roof, and there's some more on the back. My brother Ben designs all the solar and battery arrays. Was perfect for the customer, just like the heat pump, tailoring the renewable systems for the customer and the house, making sure that it works harmoniously all together. So we've got 10 panels on this side, more on the back, feeding that Tesla battery Powerwall 3. Easy for me to say. But we're doing that when we do have cloudy days. Surprisingly, in the UK, that Tesla battery wall Power 3 can charge in cheaper periods during the day as well. Octopus Cozy has some dips during the day, and then a big spike during tea time when everyone's putting the kettles on, and so therefore we want to override that and watch what the customer's doing as well. So you can time that smart tariffs and charging times, and then overcome them expensive periods. That is the beauty of the battery, and obviously the beauty of the solar panels as well. Obviously we've got lovely sun today, and that is feeding heat pump, kettles, everything you can imagine as well. So really good example of what the every renewable system together can do on a beautiful day like this. So we have it, Tesla Powerwall 3. Brother's just inside setting up the scheduling and the settings with the customer, making sure that they're getting the best out of the battery. Battery commission is just as important as a heat pump commission. If we don't maximise the settings, optimise around smart tariffs, then we're not going to get the best out of the battery. So the customer, as I said, is on the Octopus Cozy tariff, so he's going to charge in them dips and then discharging them higher prices during tea time. Obviously in the UK we get minimal sun in November, December and January, so that's where the battery comes into its own. It's just charging and discharging.
through the summer months. Solar's just going to be feeding the battery and taking care of the house needs. So this, I believe, is around about 13 kilowatts of battery storage, so quite a decent amount. And yeah, it's all set up and ready to sing harmoniously to the heat pump, solar and the house needs, and heat pump. I said that already.
Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'll be taking the conductivity of the incoming mains, seeing what our baseline is, seeing what we're dealing with, and the same with the pH levels. So I've got the little chemistry set out here. I've taken incoming mains. Let's see what we've got of the area. So, a little shake about. Microsiemens, we are at dropping 770 at the moment. About 760 on that. Microsiemens, the conductivity, pH levels. This is all of the incoming mains. And then what we'll do afterwards is, after we demineralize the system on the VDI machine, it's got a digital display. It is accurate enough, but obviously these are a lot more accurate. Once we've got that conductivity right down, we'll be using these testers to test the conductivity afterwards and the pH levels. And on the machine you can check parts per million as well. So pH levels in this area, pH are 7.7. Okay, so that is obviously pre VDI machine, and that's not been peeing in the background, by the way. That is the empty for the thorough flush machine. So yeah, testing that, we know where we're at, so there's no surprises. Okay, so keep that to the side for now, and then once we've done the VDI machine, we'll come back and we'll test again. All right. A little side note, I absolutely love these new Stelrad 900 tall radiators. This is just in the corner of the kitchen, you see where the door is, so it really does overcome some like restrictions of where you can put radiators. We'll put one on the other side of these cupboards as well. And obviously kitchens can be quite problematic to put radiators in, they're quite high heat loss because of vents and stuff like that. So yeah, really chuffed. These are quite nice actually. So yeah, just thought I'd mention it. And just for clarification, as I say, it wasn't me peeing in the background, it was our new, our empty from our radiator getting flushed through. It wasn't too bad to begin with, to be honest, but just so it's absolutely perfect and we know what we're leaving in the system, we flush every system out and then demineralize the water. Okay, so we have packed away our thorough flush and now we are on to demineralizing the water. So what you can do is take this away. We've got a little T-bar system here, so whether we want to go into the VDI machine or carry on looping around the system while the circulation pump's on, we put this on this system to start demineralizing the water, taking the conductivity out of the water and getting it below 100 microsiemens. So currently going in is about 700-800 microsiemens. We've just started this process and then it's going to go lower and lower and lower as it keeps circulating round and round this tub. So yeah, what is good is we've got a digital gauge going into it and coming out, so we can obviously see the process of what we're dropping down to. The larger the system and the larger the volume, the longer this takes, and obviously the strength of the resin as well. I think this is probably 6th or 7th go on a system, so therefore the resin's getting a little bit older, and we're going to replace that as well. Also, it tells you on the digital displays the volume that you've done through the tub, so you can reset that every time you replace the resin, and therefore you can kind of gauge how much you can get out of that resin as well. So we're going to demineralize the system, get it down to 100 microsiemens, and then get everything away and get it back up and running, and get the heating back up and running, and yeah, handing over to the customer, taking them through the controls and making sure that they're going to be very, very confident with their heating system going forward. Okay, whilst we are filming, this is the Halo thermostat. It's faulted at the moment because it's going through the VDI machine and it slowed the flow rate down too much, so it's faulted on the ideal heat pump outside.
So once we get that sorted, I just want to show you what's really cool about this. Obviously it's wireless, needs a bit of a clean, James, and we can look at the efficiencies. So if I can find it, come on, menu, energy data, and then we can have a look at, if you can see it, the SCOP is 2.3, nearly 2.3. At the moment, the COP's not working at the moment because obviously the heat pump's off, but since installation, it's only been a few days. That's a good SCOP, so you can see that via the Halo controller, so that's quite cool. I thought that was quite good. And as I say, because of the controller over there, we've got medium to less modulation and room influence on this controller, so it's gathering more pure weather compensation and higher in them SCOPs. Okay. Hi guys, just a quick one on the controls. These are the new controls. We've got new software on these Ideal controls, which is pretty cool. A couple of things that are quite good on them is, obviously we can set up our heat curve. This is set to 1.2425. You can scroll that really, like in small increments, you can really set that up. Number one is about 40 degrees at -2. And then we've got modulation or room influence, which it is called on the Ideal. Room influence about 35%. The higher the number, the higher the room influence, which the room stat has. The lower it is, the more it becomes a pure weather compensation. And then we've got some pump settings as well, if I can find them. Here we go. So you can have min and max pump speeds on domestic hot water and on your heating as well. The way we set these up is you will set it to minimum, both on minimum, and see what your flow rate is. It can't be under 15 litres per minute or something like that, 14 litres per minute, and then because it'll fall out. So we're going to set up the minimum and max pump speeds, which is really cool on this software. Make sure the weather curve's spot on, and the room influence as well. So that is the Ideal controller. Back to the lab. So we are going to get our water from the system. And let's have a look. Give it a bit of a shake about. Keep going. And we are under 100 microsiemens. Perfect. Excellent. And then we'll check the pH levels as well. Let's have a look at that. And we are reading on the pH levels. Let it stabilise. This is very exciting. It's very exciting TV. 7.8. Perfect. So that is flushed and demineralised to VDI 2035 conditions. Perfect. If you're enjoying the channel, please like and subscribe to our channel, really helps. And if you want quality battery, solar or heat pump installations, please check out our website www.leesg.co.uk.